Welcome back to SnowRunner, guys, and in this video, we're going to be looking at a truck that is usually very underused and very underappreciated, and that is the International Transtar. Now, this thing in the base game is obviously not very capable. It's very much so along the same lines as the Ford CLT 9000, a little bit more capable than that truck in stock form, but even that is kind of arguable. So what we've done here is we've picked up this version from Glitchworks. Now, of course, I will leave a link to the mod in the description box down below. And the interesting thing about the Glitchworks mods is that he tries to intertwine them with the game as much as he can, in the sense that you would take this truck, send it off to like a tuning shop or something, tell them what you want, and then they would give it back to you in its modified form. So let's go ahead and fire it up and see what Glitchworks has done with this little truck. It's not one of the worst horns in the world. Although the interior is like, the interior's got so much character, but the weird thing is like how quickly the interior cuts off, because it's literally like, that's the most narrow cab in the world. It's so hilariously narrow. So we have the Glitchworks Tuned Engine 1, Glitchworks Tuned Engine 2, and Glitchworks Tuned Engine 3. Now, he did say that this thing is very top-heavy, and if you're going for the top engine, you really need to be careful. I mean, really, any of these engines, you need to be very careful if you start to get some momentum going. So we're going to go ahead and go with the top engine, of course, and we have balanced, fine-tune, high-range, and off-road. We're going to start with the off-road gearbox today, and then move up to something a little bit higher end as we go. Now, he also said we've got the Glitchworks Tuned Stock and Glitchworks Tuned Lift Kit. Now, since this truck compresses a lot, especially when you're using the log carrier, he highly recommends using the lift kit for any kind of heavy work scenarios. Now, tires-wise, there's a little bit of a surprise in the tire department. So we have our highway tires, which can go up to a 47-inch, by the way, which is pretty nuts in terms of tire size. But we have these really cool Dubs mil-spec tires, and they come with their own wheels as well, which is super cool. Then we also have the Glitch Mudworks modified default tires, which are really cool as well. But we definitely need to try out these 47-inch mil-spec wheels and tires. They look sick. So let's go ahead and go with those, and winch is going to be advanced medium, and oh my god, look at the way this thing looks with those mil-spec tires. They're so wide. Now, spare wheel we'll go ahead and put on there just for just kind of reliability purposes, and we'll do a tall front-facing snorkel. And let's see, we could either do a front log carrier, or we could do the actual carrier from the Cat, which is definitely something I'm considering, as well as your standard assortment of available upgrades to really any of the trucks in this class. So I think for our first run through, we're going to go ahead and go with the log carrier from the Cat and see how that does for us. Now, stock rear fenders, whoa, steel fenders, mud fenders, stock wheel fenders, and okay, so kind of the mud flaps that we're working with there, they look okay, but what if we, wait, can we uninstall them, or do we have to, oh, it looks like we have to have mud flaps of some kind, and I'm like, bruh, why? Maybe I'm just missing something, but I think we have to have those at some capacity at all times. Now, as far as front bumpers go, I want to do something that's not too close in terms of getting rid of our approach angles, but that doesn't look bad. That actually looks pretty good, and I'm definitely okay with going with that single bar. And now, let's see. We've got to stay, well, actually, yes, visor, and we've got to stay cool, so the cabin air conditioner is going up top. It doesn't really do anything. I mean, it does a little bit, but not all that much. Now, there's a lot of different exhausts we could go for here. You guys know me, and you know how much I love the muzzle exhausts, so we're going with that. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's all up to what you want to do. Now, you can actually put these Cat wheels on it if you so desire, but I'm going to go with the mil-spec wheels yet again. So, let's see. Now, color-wise, you have a big selection of colors. That red is very bright, but really everything here is pretty bright. Like, it all works. It all works really well, and that's almost matched to the log attachment color, but not quite. Just a little bit off. Just off enough to where I really do notice it. Now, let's see what some of these color combos are, though. That's really cool. It doesn't really match with the log attachment at all, but it's still a cool color combo. Let's see. I mean, that's really cool and classic as well. This is completely different from that color, but, like, I kind of want to... Well, that's probably what we would want to go with. Now we're going to go ahead and put beans on the dash, and you could do a gigantic amount of accessories. I don't know why these are all doubled up. That's an odd glitch. You can also do curtains if you so choose, and then you have a full assortment of interior stickers should you decide to go that route as well. I think that's a good little combo right there. And then your exterior stickers work as they normally would. And you also have windshield stickers, which, once again, I'm not a huge fan of the windshield stickers, but if you are, you can absolutely go for them. So this, I'm kind of feeling this. This is pretty dang cool. This is pretty dang cool. So it's definitely a little bit more than just a truck tweak, and definitely a little bit more than just a rebalance. Dude, holy smokes, the gear stick moves fast now. Whoa! Now, with this, you could also... Whoa, can you imagine hauling logs as well as an IX-8 slot behind you? You would literally be, like... You would be the craziest cargo capacity truck on the entire map if you were in multiplayer. So now let's see how it does with some logs. Let's see, we passed the long logs. Let's see if they actually work or if they glitch out. Wait, that was small pipes. Yeah, let's not do that. Oh, medium logs. Good to go. They hang out a little bit over the rear, but that's not terrible. I mean, they definitely work for sure. God, it's interesting because you realize that you would really be putting so much of a strain on this little truck. Now, you know what's actually kind of interesting is the fact that it doesn't really... I would have expected that the suspension would have, like, sunk down more in terms of, you know, what he was saying in the description of the mod originally, but it doesn't sink down all that bad. Well, let's go and see how it does with these mil-spec tires in the mud and other interesting off-road scenarios, let's call them. All right. Going for the first crossing test in high, actually. Does a very good job, and I love how he's breathed some new life into this truck. I mean, again, it was a truck that was honestly, like, really forgotten about in a lot of ways, and I'm really glad that he's breathing some new life back. Bruh. Okay, all right. I can see how, now that I've done that, I feel like there's gonna be some people out there that are gonna be like, whoa, OP, like, hang on a minute. And I'm gonna be like, don't worry about it. It's fine. It didn't at all just drive up a cliff. It's fine. 100% fine. I cannot say that with a straight face, but that's okay. All right, let's see how this approach and departure angle is, especially with some logs on the back. Yeah, this should do just fine traversing Wisconsin, I would think, or the Wisconsin region. Yeah, it went through that with ease. Absolute ease. And through the mud, it's holding fourth gear like it doesn't even matter. Dude, this thing is awesome. Thing is absolutely awesome. I love it. Like, and the craziest part is, when you look at it in free cam, you're kind of like, you know what? I don't know. Like, you can tell that this truck was not necessarily, like, this is not what it was supposed to be, like, originally. Like, this is not necessarily what the devs intended for this truck to be. But at the same time, I'm not mad about it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think it's really cool that it's been allowed to take on this new persona through Glitchworks, you know? All right, let's go for these mud lanes. First one, high range. Let's go. Dude, these Dubs tires are absolutely, like, so wild. The grip in the mud is nuts. All right, let's go back into automatic mode now, because first gear is going to be way better than high in a mud section like this. But see, look, Beans and I are just cruising along the mud. No issues at all. It's all good. It definitely wants you to stay in first gear, though. Like, first gear is definitely the move in a section like that. All right, off to the dips obstacle. This thing is absolutely, like, it's doing a good job. Well, I wonder. I normally don't do this, but I wonder how it'll do through here. Considering the fact that this has never really been this truck's strong suit. Oh, boy. Okay. It's getting a little tippy. Whoa, a lot of wheel lift going on. Like, a lot of wheel lift going on. The other side. Back to the left again. And back to the right again. Oh, God. That's so dang close. Woo! And you know what? It was up on, like, literally all the wheels on one side for a minute there, and it didn't tip over. Once again, he said it was going to be really top-heavy, but, like, maybe in some scenarios, but not necessarily this one. It does a good job of transferring its weight, I think, but also of keeping its weight down, which is very impressive with the height of that load of lumber we have. Like, that's huge. She's getting it, though. Not bad through the dips obstacle. It's a little bouncy through there, but that's just kind of like, I feel like for some trucks, that's kind of par for the course, so that's not really a big deal. All right, now making our way down to the bridge jump. Let's see if that load of logs survives. We'll see. But we also got to switch that gearbox out. Whoa! Okay, that was a little closer than I would have liked it to have been, let's just say. Let's grab the Speedy Speed Boy gearbox, because that is it's an 8-speed. Do you guys realize how fast it already was in, like, in 4th gear with the off-road box? We're gonna double that speed. This thing is probably gonna clear the barrels because it's that crazy. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna warn anybody at the bottom of that hill with the horn before I go down it. Oh boy. All right, Beans, let's go. Oh my God. Oh my God, I couldn't see for a minute there. Oh! Hit it a little bit sideways, smashed into the tree, bounced off, and we're fine. We're all good. And we can once again carry on. That's a... No, no, no. Okay. Whoa, I was like, do not. Like, if literally the thing that does us in after a jump that crazy is a simple barrel, I'm going to be a little bit upset about that. Just a little bit, because that would be so incredibly disappointing, I feel. Like, so incredibly disappointing. And yet, here we are, and we found our way back to the garage. And honestly, we've done a full lap of the map, and this thing, like, came through with flying colors. It really, really did. Let's see. We'll delete those logs, and then we'll head back into the garage. And because it did such a good job, I have one more little idea for it. One more plan. So let's see. We're going to get rid of said log carrier, and we're going to install a saddle high. You guys may or may not already know where this is going. We're also not going to be able to use the trailer store for this. We're going to have to do this through the dev tools. Skirt! All right, stop right there. And garage. Oh, boy. Now, where are the trailers? That's construction equipment. That's, yeah. Oil refinery, boys. Here we go. So, I don't know if this is actually going to work out or not. I'm really hoping it does. But, usually, well, I tell you what, actually, we're not going to do that, because the last time I tried to do it with the oil refinery, it just didn't work. So we're going to do it with the oil rig instead. Now, the oil rig, well, the oil rig is just as long. It needs to not be quite that long. You know, like, I wish I could, the oil tank is okay. The heavy construction equipment is okay. We'll do it with the heavy, like the heavy oil tank, or the heavy fuel tank semi-trailer. That'll work. That'll make it up the hill and then back down the bridge jump. Now, since it did such a good job with the logs on the back, we're going to do it one more time, but with a heavy, heavy fuel trailer. Now, granted, I know that this thing's balance is way over the top with this top engine, but if you wanted to use it in a slightly more, like, OEM plus sense, you could use it with the first engine instead of the third engine, and that would take care of that balance issue right off the bat for you. Oh my God. We're going to get so much speed behind us, it's going to be nuts going down that hill. Little bit of brakes, there we go. If I could just make a slight right, and a run up the hill. Thank you very much, bud. I appreciate it. Oh, boy. All right, let's go. Here we go. There's 7th gear. There's neutral. That's going to be as much speed as we can do. Oof. I mean, we ended up in the trees, but I'll tell you, it still kept the trailer connected. And that is going to do it for this test of the Glitchworks International Transtar. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments. Hit that like button if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time.